Do you think that's a stat is true? Newt, can you
Hold
hear
on,
me?
I lost you for a sec.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Do you think that stat is
Yeah, yeah,
true?
yeah. I can hear you now. Sorry. Yeah.
All right, no worries. Do you think that stat is true? Like most men that grow up with absentee fathers become absentee fathers themselves?
Um,
Now, what is an
I don't know.
absentee
I don't
father?
think. I
Is
think
he
there is.
considering? I'm kind of wondering, is he considering dads that don't live inside the house?
Yeah, that's another thing. What does absentee father mean? Does it mean a guy that has visitation rights? Does it mean a guy that just really abandoned the family and left to another country? Like, I don't. You gotta see these words are iffy because absentee father can mean anything. Especially
Yeah,
from a
because like
female perspective. It can be just a guy who doesn't pay child support, even though he's there for his kids or something. I don't know.
exactly. So what if this dad just doesn't live in the house, but like raises his kids and he's always there every day? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like maybe he's his son's football coach, but you know what? Mom has custody, whatever. Dad, does everything else. Is that absentee dad? Or is it the absentee dad the dad that does not buy the ex-wife Louis Vuitton?
Yeah. Or is it the absentee dad just the guy that you're fighting to keep your kids away from, and then now you can both have the benefit of having your kids and telling the guy, hey, you're an absentee father, even though you beat him into the ground in family court. Like, you know,
Exactly.
it can mean
Let's
so many
let's
things. Yeah.
let's let the TradCon president continue.
Yes, men should reject the programming that our culture wants to subject them to, programming which seeks to neuter and feminize them. Yes, they should work hard. They should take care of their minds and their bodies. Yes, they should strive for success, including financial success. But a life of hedonism and materialism and luxurious wealth, remaining unmarried while sleeping with dozens of different women and so on, is not the ideal to strive toward. Rather, what men are called to and created for, and the only sort of life that will be truly happy, that they'll find true happiness and joy in, is a life of service as protector and provider. If every man in the country starts going to the gym and starts making lots of money and starts having sex with lots of attractive women, and yet they don't get married and stay married and have children and raise and love those children, then we will still be headed to.
Wait a minute. Not only do you have to have children, you have to love them? What the fuck?
Yeah. I thought I came with the territory, but I guess now,
I mean, like,
jeez.
are we that far off to where we need to be explained that we have to love our children?
Hmm.
Oh man,
This is a pretty interesting concept right there.
let's go back to the Prez. I wonder what the
Mhm.
XP stands for. He's an ex-pastor. I should get that tattoo, man.
Ex-patriarch.
Ruin. It'll be a slightly different kind of ruin, but ruin all the same. Those men themselves will ultimately find the happiness that they are able to derive in that lifestyle. They'll find that it's shallow and it's fleeting, and in the end, they'll die alone, loved by no one, loving no one, remembered by no one, leaving.
You have a good comment here in the comment section by Godspeed. He says every word that comes out of his mouth has the caveat of for women, and that's the big difference here. Like, everything that these trad guys say, it's got to go through the female filter, and if it's best for women, like as a guy, you can't say I want to buy a motorcycle because like girls will be like, well, then you're at risk. I'm like, what if he wants to buy a motorcycle? Like, it has nothing to do with you, but since they have to put it through the for women filter, because if it doesn't benefit women, then it men shouldn't you're shamed out of liking something as a man or wanting to do something as a man.
You know what? Like, I'm so petty that if my woman ever told me you can't have a motorcycle, I would buy 4.
Get a Harley.
I already have a Harley.
Okay, get another
I
Harley.
have a Lowrider S,
Okay.
all blacked out. We call it. I think we called it. I think we named it Punisher. Oh,
nice.
Venom. I'm sorry, we named it Venom.
Okay.
It's Venom. But
Oh, nice.
like, it's like, oh, tell me I can't do it, and watch me do it. And I want to say good morning to my homeboy, my brother from another mother, Offie Kingdom. Salute to you there, boss. I see you in here. But let's get back to this great, motivational speaking. And I wonder if Jay Waller is like feeling like his life is meaningless.
Yeah, I wonder if other people who decided not to have kids or have kids but aren't in a loving family, don't have like a wife and family like everyone else, or
Yeah.
I wonder if they think their life is meaningless as well. So I don't know.
Exactly.
Leaving no legacy behind. It's the family man, the devoted father and husband, whose different path actually leads to a different and much better conclusion. What I'd like to do today is answer the objections, or at least what seems to be the one principal objection. The claim that I so often hear is that, well, marriage and family life is a trap. It's a scam, especially for men. The whole thing is rigged against us. There is nothing for a man to do but give up on the entire enterprise and go his own way. In fact, there's a whole movement online, men go their own way. And that's basically the idea. Just give up on this stuff and do something else. So what is the problem with this view? Well, to begin with, it's nothing less than a full, unconditional surrender to the culture. It's true that the culture has increasingly made it difficult for both men and women to form.
The trads have
strong,
surrendered more
intact,
than us. Oh my
lasting
God.
families.
Can you repeat that?
So he says surrender. Do you think the trads have won anything? The conservatives, they haven't won anything. Like things are slowly, like this is what I'm saying. They think that we're in this fight together where we're gonna save humanity, and if we just show how great men we are, the women are gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna close my Instagram and go live in the woods and have 10 babies. Like that's not how that works. Like surrender.
There's this thing about being like the good guy or the nice guy. Right?
The bigger man. Yeah.
The bigger man. And it's like, you ever watch like C.S. Lewis, like The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe?
Yeah, I love that book.
I love how he defines Aslar or Asgard, or it's Aslar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, they asked him, is he safe? No, bitch, he's a lion, but he's good. It's like men are not supposed to be safe.
Yeah, we're supposed to be dangerous.
We're supposed to be good, though. We could be good. But see, what does good mean? Good means first he's good to himself, and then he's good to others. You know what I'm saying? It's first self, then others. Aslan.
Yeah, Aslan. Yeah, Aslan. And also not put other people's needs above his own, unless like maybe in the moment for your kids, for your family, but not like constantly. Like he is his own. He is the most important person in his life. And a lot of people, trads, can't really see. They think it's selfish that young guys, because first off, okay, so fallacy number one, young guys aren't stupid. Like that's the number one thing all these podcasts say. Young guys are not stupid. They're impressionable. They're victim to trends like everyone else is, but when you're younger, it's a little more. But they're not stupid, So they see the landscape of getting into a relationship, marriage, and all that stuff. So they're like, whoa, like this sucks, So it's not like you can go on a podcast and tell young men, like, hey, step up. Most of them now are going to be like, no, I'm going to do my own thing. Like I can't, I want to love God if they're religious. I want to follow his teachings, right? But this religion is not going to give me, or this, whatever religion you are, is not going to guarantee me a woman, right? And as long as you go with that mindset, you'll be fine. You can practice your faith and love God, but like just know that the gynocentric social order has infected almost every faith now.
Well, the gynocentric social order is feminized faith. The modern day church is not the way that the first century Christian understood it. I bet if the first century Christian walked into the churches out here, they'd be like, blasphemous. Like this is all blasphemy. But
yeah.
let's look at he's almost at a good part. Then I'll end up the good part because it's really funny.
And that's because the elites who run our society don't want you to live that kind of life. They prefer that you focus on your individual wants, on fulfilling your own needs and satisfying your own desires. That's what they prefer for you. That's the life they want for you. A self-focused life is precisely the sort of life they wish for you. Makes you easier to manipulate, less of a threat to their agenda. Not really a threat at all. I mean, if you're just out there focused on yourself, being a consumer, buying lots of things for yourself, consuming things for yourself, and all the rest of it, you're not a threat to their agenda at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't take care of yourself.
Going
guys.
along with it. The way the family court
horrible.
systems are set up, birth control, all the rest of it. It's an attack on the family. So what is the answer? To give up? To give the conspirators exactly what they want? To reward them for their efforts by turning your back on the very thing they've been assaulting for decades? The family is the fortress that they have been attacking. And you can defend it with your life, or you can wave the white flag. But if you choose to...
Yeah, guys, just die. Just die. Please. Hold on, Duke. It's almost done.
To surrender, then at least be honest about what you're doing. Be honest. This is not a rejection of the left's agenda, of the cultural elite's agenda. You are submitting to it. It is a submission. It is certainly not the strong or masculine response to run away and abandon your post, to stop fighting because the fight is too difficult. I mean, that approach is many things, but it certainly isn't manly. You are surrendering your future and your past. You're giving up on everything. And what is your consolation prize? Finding financial success? I mean, the unfortunate irony is that many of the men who give up on these things in favor of, well, I'll just focus on myself and try to be financially successful, many of them are never even going to be financially successful. So they end up with just nothing.
Okay, you don't have a family, you're going to be in financial ruin too. Look what you did.
Yeah, hold on. If you go after it, you said you want financial success and you strive for it and you don't make it, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And
you're not married? Yeah.
And you're not married? You're a double piece of shit. There's a special place in hell for you, basically. Yeah.
They end up broke and alone with nothing. Now,
I'd rather be broken alone with nothing on my own doing rather than being broken alone by the court system raping me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, being married does not guarantee you're not going to be broken alone. Like, that's another thing. Being married does not guarantee. Like, churches are telling women, if he's abusive, you can leave him. It's okay to divorce, right? And women can make up any story about being abusive. Literally, you can have one or two bad fights, and she can say you're abusive, and now she has out of your marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Telling her no is now abuse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's insane.
Does that mean that if you start a family that you're guaranteed to live a joyful and fulfilled life? Well, of course not. It's a risk. And yes, the risks are in some ways much greater in modern times. We have all been poisoned by this demonic culture to one extent or another. We are all poisoned. If you marry someone, you are marrying someone who has been poisoned, who has ingested the poison, who has, had taken a drink from the well of modern culture. Everybody has, as have you. And yes, if things go sideways, if you're a man, you marry a woman and your wife turns out to be a disloyal vulture, or if you turn out to be a disloyal vulture, or you both do, the deck will be stacked against you in court. No, there's no question about that.
Mm.
Divorce may ruin your life.
He's having a conversation with himself, you can tell.
And if you give your heart to someone, if you bind yourself to them, not only through the marriage vow, but then also through children you conceive together, then they will have all they need to rip your guts out and burn your life to the ground. That is absolutely true.
He's talking to himself right now. Yeah.
Sign up today. Go find you a 304 with 7 kids, wife her up, and do the noble thing.
Wait till they find out there's
That's the
non-Christian
risk.
women that are better than.
Okay.
than
But it's a
Christian
risk
women.
worth taking.
That's right. Go
Every
die for
great
it.
joy can become a great tragedy if you aren't careful, or if you have very bad luck.
Yeah. Matt Walsh, no one's gonna be there when your wife leaves you guys. It's only you and you. So no trad, your church, your pastor. Hopefully, I would guess that you're in a good church and maybe you have the solace of your church. But like chance, like the way things are looking right now, like I don't
So,
know,
guys,
man.
who wants to sign up for Matt Walsh's "Be a Better Man" course? The first step is you have to put your nuts in your woman's purse and leave them there. They're not yours. They're not yours no more.
Yeah, that's step one.
Step two,
Let it get embarrassed on social media constantly.
Exactly. How thick is that bubble, Matt? Well, I don't know. It's about to get popped though. But here's the thing. I could agree with a lot of things that Matt Walsh was saying though. And I say this like, I may be saying jokingly, but yeah, marriage or families are under attack. Families are, the foundation of society. That's how we build, strong foundation societies, through families. He's pointing out good points. And he's talking to men, but he's not saying, men, you know what? Let us attack the court system. Let us attack feminism. Let us change the laws to where, guess what? It's more appealing or more attractive for you to get married. He's not saying that at all. He said, hey guys, guess what? She may destroy you.
she may rip you to shreds. He say rip you to shreds, stomp
Rip you to shreds. She's a vulture. But it's like, and you know what? We're not going to do anything to fix it. We just want you guys to go out and get married to keep on populating this earth.
That was hilarious. This is the way he described it. He used such vivid imagery that I'm like, wait, hold on. Are you for? Or like, what? Hold on. Which side are you on now?
I'm confused. Like, Matt confused me because, like,
oh my God. That stuff was that, like, he was like, the vultures and they will come eat you alive. I'm just like, dude, like, wait, hold on. If you're trying to convince people to get married, maybe kind of tone down the language, man. You sound like this is like a Stephen King horror movie. Like, relax, dude.
I think about this like he's a football coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's in the locker room at the halftime giving you guys your pep talk. You're down. We're getting crushed out there. They're gonna kill us. They're gonna destroy us. They're gonna rip us from limb from limb.
They're gonna screw our wives after the game.
Exactly. And teabag us at the 50-yard line. Now let's go out there and get it.
Yeah, that's exactly what just happened. I'm just like, and you see, it's really a conversation because no matter what you say, realize that most people have been touched or know somebody with a very bad divorce story, right? And there's really nothing you can do. You can't, like, MRAs have existed forever. Like, since people think MRAs and people who care about men's rights have just popped up. That's been for decades, and there's really nothing you can do. And now that we live in a feminine primary order, the church has to go through the filter, the feminine filter, for everything now. Like, you can't say women must submit to their husband. They have to say it in a roundabout way so appease women's, like, needs and emotions. So it's like we're stuck. So when he describes this bad part of marriage, I think he probably is going off of what he's seen, in the stories, and he's just like, yeah, my brand absolutely needs to tell you that you need to get married, but if it doesn't work out, you will die or something like that. It's pretty bad.
You know what's funny? I want to point out this, like, okay, so Matt Walsh is not a pastor, all right? We know that, right? But how about this guy? Disgraced celebrity pastor Carl Lentz cheated with family nanny.
Nice.
This came out just this year, guys. May 16th, a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
He is Justin Bieber's pastor.
Oh wow! And he Justin Bieber really needs God right now.
I mean,
and who's the nanny?
I don't know. Actually,
You always want to see the nanny.
You always do now, right?
By
Like,
not showing
I
her
wonder
face.
how hot the nanny is.
That's like a spicy movie
It's like a
scenario.
porn. It's like a porn.
Yeah.
It's like a porno plot. It's like, oh, the hot nanny comes in. Like, what's going to end up happening is there's going to be no such things as hot nannies anymore. Wives are not going to let this shit happen in the church.
Yeah, they're gonna get the old Mexican lady instead of,
abuelas. The abuelas.
and then like it's like when guys they hire a personal trainer for their girlfriend or their wife, and the guy's like super jacked, 6'3". It's the same concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause-
No
yeah.
joke. It's like the hot nanny is the female version of the wife's personal trainer that's stacked and that's
Mhm.
shredded.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm trying to figure out where can we help the Treadcons? Can we help the Treadcons?
I think
Because
the
they got
stats.
some points. They got some points right. Men, I agree that men need to step up to the certain point. Yeah, men need to rise up and be men. If you're taking advice from a woman on how to be a man, if you're letting women give you the definition of masculinity, then you're wrong.
Yeah, you need to check it with your biology, man. Like
Seriously.
it should be inside of you what a man is. You should feel it deep in your soul. That's not something that you can teach. You just got to connect with your masculine side, your testosterone. It's there.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
grab your nuts.
Mhm.
You feel those?
Yeah.
Okay. You see a hot chick?
Just grab them and walk through life.
Just grab them. Just make sure they're there.
And don't let anyone tell you like how to dictate your behavior. Obviously, don't do anything illegal or stupid that will get you hurt or in jail. But like, think like, if you see, you probably had pretty good leadership skills because of being a man. So use them. Like you can figure things out in your life. You can lead a woman. You can lead a team. You can lead stuff that's innate to your biology. Lean towards that. If you see a hot chick with her, stare at her, man. Like, who cares? Like,
well, I mean, don't stare too long.
yeah, don't like, but like if you're at the gym and you see a
like
nice, hot girl, yeah, if you see a hot girl, look at her and be like, yeah, I like that. Stop making excuses for just being who you are. It's great to be a man, and it gets better over time. That's the best part of being a man. That if you work out and you do things the right way every day, it gets better. Like, it's cooler to be a man every day. Being a man stands the test of time over anything,
And we're not just a bunch of like single men running around plowing the field.
Mhm.
Hey, some of us got rings on our fingers, okay?
Yeah.
Like, some of us are in relationships. Some of us have LTRs. Some of us, have the life that Matt Walsh preaches that guys should want. Some of us have that life.
Mhm.
And we're living it, but we're
Yep.
not doing it the way that they tell you to do it, because
Exactly.
the way that they tell you to do it ruins that dream,
Yeah.
ruins that goal.
It takes away from their brand. And yeah, and then also within our group, the guy that's running a rotation of girls does not hate on the guy that has two kids and a wife and a family. He respects that. Like, I respect the family. I've always have. My parents are married. I was lucky enough to grow up in a 2-parent household. And then the guy that's married with 2 or 3 kids looks at the guy who's doing his thing and is like, yeah, I respect that too, because it takes work to attract women, whether it be a wife or a girlfriend or multiple women. Like, it takes work. It's the same concept that the women who want to get married, or women that are single, they're still women. They still have an operating system, right? And you being married, you still have to understand women. They're not going to just read the Bible and be like, okay, perfect wife. You still have to put in the work. You still have to understand women. You still have to look inward instead of outward, right? And that's another problem with the trash. Like, everything, it's the cabal, it's the conspiracy theorists, it's George Soros, whoever. Those are the ones destroying the family. Not guys not understanding intersectional dynamics, not guys putting in the work, looking into yourself, right? To this day, I've been reading this stuff for like 10 years. I still read books like the whatever book, and I'm like, wow, I could have done this better in my last relationship, or hey, I could have been better with this. Not only like with women, with my friends, with my family. I'm constantly doing the work. So like the day when I do find that girl, I can be, I can handle the situation better. I don't have to rely on a pastor or the status quo to do the heavy lifting for me in a relationship. I can do most of the heavy lifting. Now it'd be nice if she was religious and Christian, and or like on my believed what I believe morally. But at the end of the day, I can't rely on that, right? She has to be in my frame, and I have to be the one to set the tone in the
That's
relationship.
not the end. That's not the one solution. That could
Yeah.
be a tool.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a buffer that's in place, but you also have to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be that guy. Like, look, I'm not about controlling people. I don't control my woman.
Mm-hmm.
No. She knows she does something. She steps out of my frame. She's telegraphing to me. She's done with me. Okay, cool. Moving on. It's going to suck, but moving on. Like, I'm not going to sit here and negotiate with you. I'm not going to argue with you either.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, this is the direction that I'm leading this family, and this is where we're going. And if you don't like it, you could always jump off ship.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm not gonna negotiate with you. Like, well, I really want to go this route because this route we don't have to go see the scenic route over here and all that stuff. No, this is where we're going. Here's the map. This is why we're doing this way. Let's move. We're moving out.
And that's it.
That's
End of
it.
story.
Done. There's no egalitarian. You can't have two leaders in the house.
It doesn't work that way, and they don't want it. They don't want to be a leader either.
I'll just say this. There's no relationships that are 50-50.
Mm-mm.
If you think that there's any business relationship, any friendship, any marriage, any relationship, there's no relationship that's 50-50.
Yeah, there's always going to be a little bit more on one side. It's going to be a little bit lopsided, always, and that's okay because sometimes like that's just the nature of the relationship.
That's how relationships work.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go biblical, God ordained it that way.
Mm-hmm. But they're not going to say that.
Oh, no, they're not. They're not. So I will say this. I'm going to call you out right now. Matt Walsh, Ruslan, Leela Rose. Who's that other douche canoe? Ben Shapiro. Hold on. I got to know there's one more. Dang it, Paul. Where are you at? You just messaged me his name. Oh, Michael Ringer, right? Okay. All you guys. I'll tell you this. You guys are killing more men than saving. You're contributing to their destruction than you are helping them. And that's why they don't like the red pill, because we're actually helping men. Oh, shit. They don't want to help men. Think about it. Do they really? They haven't changed or pushed for any type of family laws changing at all. They haven't even changed or pushed for false accusations to be considered criminal at all. They're not even fighting for paternity fraud at all. Mm-hmm. These men don't care about men. Okay, I'm sorry.
They're just reactionaries. They're just sit and complain. There's no solution. It's the same thing as any person in the red pill space who just complains about women and then leaves that there and walks away. No path forward. No, nothing. Just, hey, doesn't this suck? Can you believe they did this? Okay, guys, good night, and good luck with your mental health issues, with all your divorce. Good luck with all that. You guys, God and Jesus, and here's some statistics, and good luck, guys. And then here we're just like, okay, so step one, this is what you do, or hey, this is the mental model that helped me. Check it out, guys. This is what I did. See, maybe it hurts. You see who's putting in the work to help people. It's really simple. It's just look who's putting in the work.
I mean, wasn't Steven Crowder like their poster boy?
Yeah, and then they just threw him out. Like,
burned him on the stakes.
Yeah, they call him a monster. Like, this dude, he married as a virgin, was super godly. Like, he did a lot of work in the conservative space, and over a simple argument and divorce, like, he's a monster now. And that, guys, that's what's waiting for you as a man in church, hopefully your church isn't like that. I don't wish that on any person. But imagine you did everything right and then your relation doesn't work. It's okay. We're human beings. We change. It's okay. Like, it's not gonna, your worth as a man isn't you being able to make a woman happy for the rest of her life. There's more things you can do to make your to to be happy, right? Now imagine if everyone blamed you, called you a monster, invaded your privacy. Obviously, I'm not saying that Steven Crowder was right in the way he handled the situation, but he's a normal guy. He's not. He doesn't understand intersexual dynamics. He's only been with one girl his whole life. Okay, great. But like at the end of the day, like he didn't deserve that, and no man deserves that. If your wife leaves you, it should be quiet. It should be, but they
You
haven't
know
all
what?
instead of saying, hey, Miss Crowder, hey, you shouldn't divorce. Hey, Miss Crowder, you shouldn't use these videos against them. It's not good for the kids. Miss Crowder, it's all
I'm gonna
it's
push
all
back
Steven
a little
Crowder's
bit.
fault.
I'm gonna push back.
Hmm.
Steven Crowder did deserve it.
He did.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Hmm.
Because he didn't do anything to stop it.
Oh, okay.
Like, what I'm saying? Like when shit started, rearing its head, he doubled down on the servant leadership thing and happy wife, happy life mantra instead of saying, this shit ain't working. I'm gonna find a new way to fix this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you deserve what you get in life. We deserve what we get in life.
Hmm.
Because if we put in the work to make sure that we level up and get what we want, then we deserve it.
Hmm.
So if you do not do what you need to do as a man to get the outcome that you want, then you deserve what you get. And I'm not saying that in the sense of like now she's a crazy psych. She was an evil woman, sure, whatever. I don't know the relationship exactly, but you know what?
Hmm.
Anyone that manipulate that intentionally triggers a recording, causes a fight like that, and she's positioning herself in front of the camera the way she is, and doing all the hand gestures. She maliciously did that. She's wrong. But Steven Crowder, at that point, by that time in their relationship, he should have known not to trust her enough. He should have known that she was going to do something like this, and he got what he deserved in the sense of, one, he did not vet her properly. He didn't know to not vet her properly. So either whether it's because he was naive or ignorant to things, or just avoiding the red flags, he did deserve what he got. It's
He's
unfortunate.
got to learn somehow. Yeah, he's got to learn
Exactly.
somehow.
We have to learn from our mistakes. And here's the thing: like, I'm hearing a lot more guys sound like women, especially the tradgons. They're like they want to pass the blame on everyone else. And you know what? Maybe a lot of guys, when they hit that red pill rage phase, they're doing that. But at some point, they turn around and they're like, you know what? I'm more mad at myself than I am at her because I facilitated the environment for her to behave this way. I think that's when guys realize you got to take full ownership. There is full ownership. It's like, you may be not to blame, but you're also always the one that has to be responsible. You're responsible to act.
Yeah, because you have agency. You can fix this. You can fix your
Exactly.
life for next time.
So
And that's a beautiful thing.
That's where I'm like, Steven Crowder is to blame a little bit for this. He has to take ownership for how his thing was. Yeah, blinded by his own hubris. Exactly.
Yeah. And a lot of guys are blinded by their own hubris, and that's what I say. Like, when you're leading cattle to slaughter, like these young guys telling them to get married, it's not like we're not telling you not to get married. We're just saying, hey, it's different. It's not like it 20 years ago, 30 years ago, even 5 years ago. It's different. Really think and think about the situation, think about what you're up against, prepare, go to a divorce attorney, family court, or family attorney, learn about the laws, educate yourself, learn intersexual dynamics, and then once you make that choice, go in and and even if it doesn't work out, outcome independence, be like, well, I had 7 good years with this woman, and you know, I'm willing to bet that if you take all the precautions that you need to and you learn a little bit of this stuff, then your divorce won't be as bad as if you were like Steven Crowder and knew nothing and only go on by your hubris and entitlement to, oh well, she was my first love and we're both religious, so she has to act this way, because
And
God,
here's the
whatever.
sad thing about that is like Steven Crowder didn't even pivot. He didn't pivot his talking points. He didn't pivot his speech.
Mhm.
He didn't go red pill.
No.
I could see if like Steven Crowder was like TradCon king, right? And then pivoted to red pill, and then he went through divorce, and then like the TradCons burned him at the stakes. No, this dude was a card carrying TradCon even while they were burning him at the stakes. It's like, do you guys want to be a part of like a group of men in a society that just like, even when you try to do right, they just still execute you?
It doesn't matter. You're damned if you do, damned if you
They're
don't.
like, they're like, how dare you try to point out her flaws, Steven? We're going to burn you at the stakes. And it's just like, that's the TradCon way.
Yeah, good luck. That's how they eat their own, and that's the thing about and cool. Then you see other people outside of both, that don't know about the red pill and they see the TradCons and they apply that stuff to people who make red pill content and they think we're the same way. I'm just like, no, I really don't care what anyone in the red pill space does with their life. Hopefully they're happy, but I don't go around saying live my lifestyle. It's the right way. We just make observations. Hey guys, you guys notice this? And then we talk about it. And then we all go back to our lifestyles. Like no one is disagreeing. No one is trying to impose their lifestyle or ideology on anyone else. And they hate that because that means that we're not a group. We're not a community. We're just, two guys. It's like two guys at a bar discussing their women, their marriages. And that's it. Then we go home and bang our wives, like really is that simple. See, there's no save the West about it or anything. It's
No,
just,
they want you to tell them how they're supposed to feel about this stuff. Like, I'm not telling you guys not to get married. I'm just telling you guys be smart when you guys if you decide to get married.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily support marriage in the way that we do it today because the way that we do it today is not biblical. The way that we do divorce today is not biblical. So how can I support something that is not done correctly?
Yeah. So, and another thing, we have to start telling guys that like you may not want to get married, you just don't know it yet. Like if it's been 5, 6 years and you've been dating and out there, but you have some great hobbies, you have a good job, you have some great friends, life is good. Don't convince yourself that being married would make any of that better. Think maybe I am happy like this, or maybe you might want to. You're so curious, you want to give it a shot and be like, okay, well, maybe maybe I'd be a good dad and want to try it. But don't make marriage the end goal. It's the end state because a lot of guys are gonna find out, especially these guys that are following this kind of tradcon stuff, that once they get married, it doesn't really change much. Obviously, having kids changes things, but it's not going to be the happy eternal bliss that they painted out to be. There's still more to life than being married.
And you know what? Your legacy is not always your kids. Your legacy could be the men that you impact. The men's life. Father Abraham only had 2 sons. Why was he known as the father of nations, though?
It's because he led a whole bunch of people,
He impacted a whole bunch of lives.
Yeah.
So, it's like, look, guys, TradCon's through the first blow. This is a jab. I'm just giving them a jab today. Sunday or Saturday, we're going to go TKO. We're going to go TKO. We're going to bring the boys out. We're going to be on here, Rule 0, and we're just going to expose them for all
there's going to be a lot of dunking going on.
Oh, man. It's going to be as much dunking as like the NBA All-Star game.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of the trads are going to be clipping you guys a lot during that show. They're going to be clipping everything they can and make a show about it.
Oh, please do. Please do. And then say my name. What's up, Gold Digger?
I
You
think
know what's funny? It's like I need Ruslan to like not call me the Christian Rolo Tomasi. Can you just call me Glenn? Like, because Rolo is a Christian himself. So how
yeah, it
about
doesn't make sense.
like isn't Rolo the Christian Rolo?
That's like saying the Rock is or like saying someone else is the Samoan Rock. I'm like, no, the Rock is already Samoan. You
Yeah,
need
like
to.
Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson is the Samoan Rock.
I'm like, no, he's already Samoan. like it's like that doesn't make sense. But I don't know. The thing is too is just like they don't want to do the work to figure out what the red pill is. They say they take the red pill, the black pill, the whatever, the doom pill, the incels. They put us all into one category, and then I tell them, and then this is the worst part. You tell them like, hey, no, we're not. Like, I don't wake up and consider myself part of the red pill legion of doom. I wake up and I am who I am. I have family. I have a job. I have you know, I live a normal life. It's just when it comes to intersexual dynamics, I know a lot. So it's like we don't get together. Like Rule Zero isn't the Legion of Doom where we plan to take down the world. It's just some guys making observations and going back to their lives. And all of them have full lives and in different ways. Some of them are Christian, some of them um are single and decide not to have kids. Some of them have multiple kids. Some of them are fighters. Some of them are whatever. All of them are from different walks of life, and that's the beauty of this stuff. That it doesn't matter what religion, what background, what race, what ideology you come from. All that matters is that you want truth. And these trad guys are gonna put up so much walls to truth because it's their brand. They have to do it.
You know what? I was watching this movie Mordecai last night with my girl, and there is this line in here, and it fucking cracks me up. He goes, "The truth is good, but a rumor lasts forever." And it's like, guys, the Tradcons want to live with this rumor. They want to spread this rumor. They don't want it the truth. Nobody wants the truth because the truth is irrefutable, and it requires you to act.
And it's boring. The truth can be so boring for some people.
Yeah.
Like they need save the West. I'm like, no, you can't change. You can't save the West. But hey, man, you can go to the gym and get in shape. Hey, we lost you, Glenn. Your audio.
There we go. She put it up there. She's like, the truth is nice, but a rumor is priceless. Dan,
yeah, rumors are fun, but the truth is boring. It's just truth is never as boring as the
house.
yeah.
I didn't get that far in the movie. I fell asleep, so I have to let you guys know when I watch the rest of it. But I think the way his wife answered the phone, I got all mad. I think she kind of got the pants. But it's funny. It's like Mordecai is like the most blue-pilled funny guy in ever. But he's also pretty alpha as fuck too, though, because his girl got genuine desire for him. In a weird, fucked up way.
I haven't seen the movie, but
dude, you should watch it. It's hilarious. I was dying last night. Dying.
I'll check it out.
But what you got going on? What do you got going on,
Nuke? This week, so I just hit 500 subscribers. So thanks. I gave everyone who helped me a shout out. Yeah, I shouted you out during the video. I was like kind of tipsy. I was drinking wine from the bottle. I was just celebrating.
You're just popping bottles over there.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So I appreciate that, Glenn, for you helping me out with my growth and putting me out there. So yeah, thanks, guys. I'm going to start really ramping up the content on my channel, and I also want to thank Cappy. He made a whole video on why you should follow me. So I appreciate that, Cappy. And yeah, guys, I appreciate all the support, especially from the Rule Zero guys and my followers and everyone. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep making content. And I think I'll drop a Patreon this weekend.
Well, here's the real question though.
Yeah.
Like this determines whether or not you get the vote from Rule Zero. As like the newest member from Rule Zero. So my vote doesn't count. But so who is gonna kick whose ass at Summer Smash?
Oh, dude. Here I gotta say this though. I'm seeing a lot of promos and speeches from Paul Bauer, but I ain't seen a lot from you. You're like the quiet
because
Why?
I'm working in the gym. I'm busy training to crush the candy ass with these elbows.
Man, that's a tough one. Can I get back to you on that one? Glenn Lauren. Hey, have you had did you make the wrestling poster promo yet?
I have not
the pay-per-view?
yet. I gotta
come on, man. We need that pay-per-view.
Dude, you know, I just moved to Vegas, right? So like I'm still unpacking.
Yeah, how long ago? I forgot how long ago did you move? Like a month ago? 2 months ago?
No, dude, like I literally moved here a week ago.
Wait, but weren't you like picking up Rolo at the airport?
Yeah, a week ago. Oh no, 2 weeks now. I've been here about 2 weeks.
Okay. Damn.
2 weeks now.
So you're just still unpacking boxes. Yeah. I thought you were settled in.
No, so I see you got your keyboard back there. When are we going to
What do you wanna cover?
Let's just jam out.
What do you like to play? What's your
I like jazz, I like blues, I like rock.
Okay.
You know, I like doing a little bit of hip hop. I really like bluesy music. Like bluesy music is dope. Like, you know what I've been really liking a lot is Justin, or what's his name? It's dude that sings Tennessee Whiskey.
Okay.
Chris Stapleton.
I know who you're talking about.
You know.
Yeah, I like I like American folk music, like the classics, you know, like Sweet Caroline.
Oh yeah, I can get down with that.
Yeah. You know, let's see. Devil Went Down to Georgia.
How about we do a cover of
Friends in Low Places, stuff like that.
Friends in Low Places. How about do a cover of Hotel California?
Oh, that would be great. What about can you do the solo from Freebird?
You know what? Give me a week. Give me
a week? If you learned that in a week, I'm impressed.
I have learned songs like in a day, you know. Yeah. So like give me a week after I get everything situated. I have to go to the studio today. I'm going to be working over at Sticky Paws in Vegas. So I have the next 2 days over there because I'm interning there as I'm getting ready to launch what we got going on out here. So, but you know what? We do got Robert Kiyosaki coming in on the 28th.
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing a lot of big things this summer for you guys. Like you guys are hyping it up, and I'm excited.
We got some things going on. We got Summer Smash that I'm going to be doing with Paul Bauer and all the other guys, whoever wants to get down. Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to nail that in, you know, like a location. We need a ring, you know. I got the camera crew already. We just need a facility that could help. I mean, I'm thinking we're going to do it like, because I'm not going to sell tickets, but maybe if we sell tickets online to a live stream so people could just watch that can't come out, you know, and watch the wrestling match. I think I might do that. You know, I got contacts with Bruce Buffer, so we might get him to do the let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, I think the Red Pills is better than it's ever been. I know people don't say that, but like the people who are against Red Pill are looking dumber and dumber every day, and we're just having more and more fun. That's the funny part, where everyone that attacks the Red Pill, they look dumber and more desperate every day, not towards us, but just like in life, because they don't have a way out of this. Like a content creator would be like, men are suffering and they're not having sex, blah blah, and then that's it. Like, and then, but us were like, okay, men are having sex. Hey guys, learn game, do this, do that, make some friends, and make some money. You'll be fine. It's okay.
Have you hooked up with Phil Foster yet?
Phil Foster, no.
You're in Dallas, right?
Yeah, Dallas. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna plug you in, my homeboy Phil.
Okay, you have my number, or Twitter too. You can DM me on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll get you his info. You'll like him because he just did Saturday show and last Wednesday show with Purple Pod.
Oh yeah, I saw the promo I saw the cover for that. Okay,
white guy,
I know who that is.
Yeah.
I remember faces better than I do the names. So as soon as I saw his face, I'm like, I've seen that guy. He's very familiar. I've seen him around. I just can't put face to name sometimes.
No, I'm gonna plug you guys together because I think you guys would be a good collaboration too.
Yeah. I'll make sure I follow. Does he have a Twitter? He is on Twitter, right? Yeah. I'll make sure. I think I follow him already, but yeah, I was on a Purple Pill Pod. I'm pretty sure you had a hand in that. Yeah, it was.
It was
fun times. Sergio's, you know, like I tell most people, most people, their online persona, they're nicer in person. Like that's when I say when you guys see these girls saying these crazy things and being mean and bitchy on with cameras in their face. Trust me, in person, these girls will hold the door open for you. These girls say excuse me. These girls say good morning to you. These they're polite. The thing is that the lights and the cameras and men challenging them and they're drunk, like they're gonna say crazy things. But for the most part, they're okay, guys. For the most part, they're not out to get you. They're not out to destroy your life. Unless you let them, like Steven Crowder. But
Well, it's like it's just funny. Like people don't know. Like low key, I make moves behind the scenes.
Yeah, you're very yeah.
Like I mean, I'm out there when I do the acting and the comedy stuff, but when it comes to like making moves and making plugs, like you guys don't know, like my Rolodex is big. I got connections. I got friends in high places and low places.
Yeah. I got friends and
low
places.
I did that for you.
Yeah. I love karaoke, man. That's one of my like hobbies that I really need to get back into. I love going to karaoke and just being drunk and singing.
You know what? Like, when God said make a joyful noise, he looked at me, he said, Glenn, shut the fuck up. He gave me a bass guitar instead.
Yeah.
He's like, don't talk.
Yeah. I really don't sing that well either, but I guess God said, hey, you're good with your hands, talk less, move your fingers more. And I play this.
You know what? A piano man is great with his hands, and the ladies love a man great with his hands.
Yes, they do. And let's just say that I never bought any of Sterling Cooper's stuff, but I kind of look at what he talks about in passing, and I will say, yeah, like what better person to learn it from than someone whose job and his livelihood depended on him making girls, yeah, like that's his livelihood, like that was his thing. And I realized like I learned so much from that too, like like that's one part a lot of guys don't really like go in and learn about, because they feel like it makes them feel less masculine because they got to get taught. But I'm like, listen, you already are good enough in bed. Why not, if you like her and she's good, why not make it better? There's just
I don't. Here's the other thing. I don't get what red pill guys like says like a woman's orgasm is not important. Are you fucking kidding me? My goal is to be the best you ever had.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I'm learning everything. The Karma Sutra.
Yeah.
I'm learning about all the sensory points. I'm doing a deep dive. I'm gonna get a degree in pussyology. That's how good I want to know it.
Yeah. I do too, but if it's the first night I met a girl and she doesn't, I'm not gonna lose sleep. I'm not gonna be like I failed as a man.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But if I'm in love with a girl, I really like a girl, and I see a future with her, or she's in my frame, and she's doing all the right things, then I don't see why I can go the extra mile. And like you said, you want to leave her better than you found her.
Exactly.
In all aspects. In all aspects.
If your goal is not to alpha widow every woman you've ever been with, then are you really alpha?
Yeah, you have to lick the hell out of that ice cream. You gotta like leave half the ice cream licked off. So when Bob on accounting comes up, he has to like, holy crap, I've done everything. I've done every single, like, do you think Matt Walsh has a missionary only, or do you?
I really think he does missionary only, lights off, with his boxers on,
with his socks and boxers,
on.
But I don't see anything wrong with missionary, but you got to change it up from time to time. But yeah, we should just change it to the TradCon.
If her ankles ain't around the back of your head, you ain't doing it right.
Yeah, you got to have the TradCon special, which is aka missionary, and then you move on with other stuff.
Exactly. Learning sex with Nuke. How to nuke you in the bedroom.
How to give her a nuclear explosion in the bedroom.
There we go. Oh, we should do that. You heard of Sterling Cooper.
Yeah, I got some little strategies I do, but there's things I've learned too, because I'm always like paying attention to her, and I realize like a lot of times they like to ride that line between abuse and loving. That line that kind of like that line. I'm sure guys that get laid, they know what I'm talking about.
Guys that we know.
And I see Kate in the chat, and I bet you she knows too. And your other follower, female follower, I forgot her name, the Pillow Talk with Coco. I bet she knows this too. Girls don't want
That you're
either.
talking about my wife. That's my
Yeah.
wife.
Oh, that's your wife. Oh, I'm sorry.
But trust me, she knows.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know you were Glenn's wife. Anyways, but yeah, they don't want the super loving, tender 100%, but they don't want the super abusive, beat the crap out of them 100%. They want, they want it to teeter between both.
Hey,
And that's all I'm going to say
I
about
ask you
that.
this. I want to ask you this. Marriage is consent.
Mm.
Once you get married, there's consent. Biblically speaking.
They're going to come for you. Both sides are going to come for you.
The Bible says, in 1 Corinthians 7, like, hey, your body's not hers, it's yours. And your body's not yours, it's hers. So that means, midnight snack whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's in that nice little, sundress. She's taking something, she's putting something in the trash. Lift the sundress up and go to town.
Yeah, women respond really well when you tell them, like, hey, if you want to make this body yours, like, you got to work for it, but I'll give it all to you. And they really respond to that because they like to work for, no one women like to work for their man, not like, but they like to,
like, yeah, I know what you
mean.
Like
a challenge.
Exactly. Women want a woman that's in your frame wants to be the best you ever had too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. You think you're worried about giving a girl an orgasm or getting her, to that spot? You should. Okay, so guys, if you're seeing a girl and she's in your frame, go over to her house one day. Don't look through her phone. Look through her YouTube history, and you'll see some crazy things.
Facts.
You'll see. Like, there was one girl where she wanted me to post her on Instagram, and I said, "Hey, I'm not ready yet. Like, let's wait. I'm still getting to know you, but I see a future. And I'm very excited to be with you. Blah blah." The next day, 2 days later, I went to her house. We started watching YouTube, and then she leaves the room, and I see her YouTube history because it's right there. It pops up, and it's like what it means when your man doesn't want to post you on Instagram. What it means when your man does this. What it means when they get obsessed. I'm telling you guys, like, don't feel like women are some super confident, like, in every part of their life they're just killing it. Like, when it comes to this stuff, like, when a girl's getting to know you, she will obsess about how she can be the best. And her YouTube history, they look up literal guides, just like we look guides up on how to get laid and be happy in relationships, the red pill. They look up guides on YouTube from other women about what it means when we, like, touch our hair a certain way or look out the window for longer than 5 minutes. They get really obsessed and anxious, and at the end of that anxiety,
it's like they have their own intersexual dynamic. Like,
yes,
their own red pill course for women. It's
yes, and at the end, the thing is, at the end of that anxiety is attraction, because they don't know where they stand with you 100%. But when you come in, she's taken care of. You hold her hand, you give her a hug, you kiss her on the cheek. She feels like, finally, like, I thought I was losing him, but here he is, and he's leading me, and it's just, you gotta understand female psychology. And I wish guys like Steven Crowder and Matt Walsh understood that. Going full circle, we're back to the beginning.
Yes, back to the full circle. Hey, I'm just gonna end with this.
Yeah,
Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro,
call him out.
Ruslan, who keeps on dodging me all the time. If you really cared about men, if you really wanted to make men better for women, then stop teaching them the shit that you're teaching them. The slaughterhouse is not attractive. The church has turned into the modern day slaughterhouse. All right? If you want to help men, come to the dark side of the force. That's it.
Come to the Las Vegas of intersectional dynamics.
Exactly.
we have a lot of fun here. We're just silly little guys making, like, and they take themselves so seriously. Meanwhile, we're making, like, content. Like, look at my content. It looks like it's for teenagers, but then when they make content,
like a teenager. That's why.
Thanks, man. My skincare routine. But,
like, I mean, like, I don't see a gray on you.
Yeah, I don't have one gray hair on my body, on my head, like, not even one. And I'm 34. I'm like, shouldn't it start kicking in?
I was gray at 30.
Yeah, I think
I
think my parents aren't telling me something. I think I'm actually 24 or something. I don't know, or, like, I don't know what's going on. But at the end of the day, like, we're having fun. You know, I think the only person that's kind of stressed is Rolo, but he's the tip of the spear, right? So he's
Well,
gonna take a lot of the
that's
stress.
okay, because like me and Rolo, we laugh about a lot of things.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, you know him personally, so I'm probably wrong, but like,
no, but I'm sure there's a level of stress that he always has to deal with.
yeah,
Like it's just always these attacks are always coming at you. But it's like when I said him things, he's just like, do I have to? It's like, do I even have to respond? Like it's funny. It's funny. Like, it's just he's I think he takes it on his chin, and he doesn't let anything stick. If you notice that, like nobody can really stick a punch on him. Like if he was a boxer,
yeah,
he is the Floyd Mayweather of the red pill. Think about it. Like,
yeah. Just
no, 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 no.
and people like, and then the people that attack him are the ones that make the big promos and talk the shit. And he's like, okay, well, all right. And
Yeah,
then
like
they get tired out, and then everyone's like, well, Mayweather won again.
51 fights undefeated. Like, like Rolo is like Mayweather. He's a counter fighter. And he's smart. He'll let you throw all your blows on him. He's just sitting there, bop, weave, just taking it, and then just bop, and then you're done.
Yeah,
He's not stupid.
it's the art of war. Like, it's the art of war. Literally,
Yeah,
just letting
like,
your
I think
opponent tire himself out. Yeah.
it cracks me up because everybody thinks that, like, the whole vasectomy thing, and I know we're going on like a rant here, but everybody thinks like the whole vasectomy thing like pinned Rolo down. Like,
We got him.
yeah, we finally got him. And he's like, oh, let me call in and sound weak and let Sneak go. That was like, come on, that was like the biggest bait ever. And it's like, oh, okay, they think I'm wounded. And then him and Mike Sartain go out there and go blow for blow with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Rolo is not dumb, you guys. Like he is a scrapper, okay? And he scraps with words, and he's a great wordsmith. So it's like when you think you got him, that's when you realize you are dead sight in his target, and he got the kill shot.
You got to be a trickster on this online stuff. You have to be a trickster, man. You can't be so beholden to your beliefs and stuff. I mean, you have your beliefs and your morals as a man, right? But you need to understand that in order to win, you have to be like low key. Like, I love you, RP Thor, but you got to be like low key. In this, you got to be a trickster. You got to be slippery. Whenever someone attacks you, you got to do a reaction video and then making fun of yourself while they attack you and agreeing with someone
Thor?
attacking you. Huh?
Did you just say Thor? Because he just called me.
I summoned Thor. The lightning's coming down.
He must have felt it. Hey,
Gio, can you hear me?
yeah, I'm on the stream with Nuke right now. I'm on the stream with Nuke right now, and like as soon as he said your name, you started calling me.
I summoned Thor.
You were on the stream.
I'm live on stream right now, and Nuke said your name, and you called me.
I am summonable occasionally. I like that to get out because I'm busy and everyone start doing it.
Hey, let me give you a call back. Let me give you a call back when we're done with the stream.
Yeah, sounds good. And say hi to Serge for me.
All right, and it's not Serge, it's Nuke.
Oh, Nuke, sorry. Nuke. I'm driving in LA traffic. Forgive.
Bye, Thor.
If he's willing, I can put him into the dragon ship if he wants to come on the Saturdays.
Yeah, I'm available Saturday as of now. Yeah.
You're available?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll bring him up. We're bringing Nuke on Saturdays to the dragon ship, folks. All right. Bye. All right, looks like you're a dragon ship member now, Nuke.
Yeah, hey,
bro.
I summoned Thor.
I gotta get a cut. We got our dragon ship cuts. We gotta get you a cut now.
I am simply the Red Guard representative of Dragon Ship Dragons.
There we go.
Yeah. Also, shout out Bull Rush in the comments too.
Yeah, Bull Rush. I was joking. Like, so like when I called you bullshit, I was joking, right? Okay, just so you know, like.
He's a Marine, dude. He's an ex-Marine.
All right, cool. Like, like, I have no hate towards you. I don't even know you, but
that's another thing. Like, people also mess with veterans in the space. I'm like Ryan, like Paul, like me, like you're not gonna get to us.
No,
We're veterans.
we're
you know.
veterans over here.
Oh, and you're Air Force, right?
Yep, pararescue.
Yeah, we're like we were getting made fun of since 5 a.m. all the way till we went home back to our barracks. Like it was just a way of life. Like you're not gonna some little attack on YouTube calling us out because we have small ears or whatever. I'm like, listen, man, I went through the military for 6 years. We made fun of each other constantly forever.
Well,
Trust
here's
me.
the thing. Like, look, if I don't like make fun of you, if I don't like fuck, I
Then
don't.
you don't like the
give a
person.
shit about you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my love language is insults.
Yeah, that's how men should be. Like you should make fun of, you should make fun of them. But like
Oh hell! No. All right, that's it. Bull Rush. I want to see you at Summer Smash.
Oh, he chair forced you.
He chair forced me. Fuck that. Okay?
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, I get the gay sailor thing like every day now.
Well, yeah, you're a seaman. Like
yeah, I'm a
all you do is swap dicks.
Yeah, I swap dicks. I'm a seaman. Apparently, my cousin he was in the Air Force, and we both got out like years ago, but we still go back and forth. Like we send memes and stuff, and he was like, hey, I didn't know they did this in the Navy in some kind of super gay video and all that stuff. And then the Air Force, y'all have really nice
Hey, our
spas and
barracks are
saunas.
nice. You know what? Our barracks are the nice, and we have laundry service. Like
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, you guys had concierge and all that, and they brought you your food to your door.
We had air conditioned, units. Must be nice, isn't it? It's
so
always
who was in charge of?
It's always good to score higher on the ASVAB.
So who was in charge of cutting your guys' steak and vegetables? Like who would come around and cut your guys' food when you were eating?
Mama Sue.
Oh man, I gotta go, Glenn. I gotta go soon, but I appreciate it.
I gotta hit the gym. I gotta go to the gym before I gotta hit the studio. Hey, you guys, you know what? Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, follow Nuke if you ain't following him yet. Follow me. We are here for you guys, having fun, having a good time, trying to give you actionable information and make sure all the trad cons expose their thongs. So that's what we're doing here. Until next time, you guys, peace out. Nuke, say what's up.
All right, guys. You guys know where to find me. First of all, thank you for 500 subscribers. I hit it last night. I'm going to continue to pump out content. Patreon coming soon. So, guys, thanks for your support. You guys know where to find me on Twitter, twitter.com, Kaolillo Nuclear, and my YouTube, same. So, thanks again, guys.
All right. Peace.